Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about this whole Dustin Nguyen thing. Because he went in on Marvel Comics, and rightfully so, because this is a problem. This has been a problem for a long time. Don't get me wrong, the comic book industry is crap in general, but Marvel takes the cake. But of course, we should have known because think about it. Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, which by the way, there's a documentary about the abuse that Stan Lee suffered the last couple of years in his life, and the fact that y'all now waiting until this man is dead to release all this information and they try to make money off of it. Some bullshit. I don't care what nobody say. The fact that a lot of y'all saw this abuse, didn't call it out, didn't stop it at all, which y'all already know elderly abuse is terrible. It's terrible. That says something. That definitely says something. And the fact that we're just now seeing some of the footage of how he was treated, that's terrible. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. He was like he was 90 something years old, and he has given us so much great things, and to see how y'all treated him, the comic book industry, y'all some hoes. Y'all some hoes. Y'all need to get slapped in the goddamn face. Everybody who's working for Marvel and DC, really, honestly, all the comic book publishers should walk the fuck away, because that is ridiculous, and not even that too, because we got Peter David as well. Peter David's insurance done ran out. And remember, this is the guy who written all the iconic Incredible Hulk stories. A lot of stuff that actually made it to the movies. Red Hulk recently, that stuff recently made it to the MCU on the big screen. Even if the movie is hot trash, they still use them characters, and yet he ain't got no insurance. There's no money coming in. All of his works not being, he's not getting any residuals hardly from it. They taking his name off of the books internationally. So this is even more reasoning for the reason why y'all, the artists and writers, need to stop working for Marvel and DC, because selling them on the dream, which we've heard that before, that's what these companies do. They sell you on the dream of becoming of working on Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, X-Men, Captain America, all that kind of stuff, right? Because once upon a time I thought that I was going to work there, and until a teacher kind of burst my bubbles about that. The same thing with anime and manga or whatever. I guess it's probably why I second guess everything when I do art, because of that kind of stuff. But at the same time, definitely was right about it. You know what I mean? Because why work for these companies knowing that they're just going to take your ideas, anything that you do, take it and then toss you aside, or then you barely make ends meet. The fact that somebody who's working at a McDonald's is doing better than the average comic book writer or an artist is crazy. The fact that they're not even willing to pay people is crazy. And then everybody's calling out the fact that Marvel's the cheapest, which is crazy since Marvel is owned by Disney, one of the top entertaining companies in the world, and they make billions on billions when it comes to the parks, when it comes to merchandising or whatever, and yet you can't pay these people who give you all those ideas. Like, it's dumb. It is dumb as hell. So Nguyen aired his grievances on Instagram. Excuse me. Also, everyone I'm not working with can go F themselves. I've been nice. I've asked nicely for the past 15 years on behalf of every artist, stop effing the creators over. You are not getting another cover from me until then. Drown me. I'm okay with your minimum wage BS. And then he basically also doubled down on, okay, getting hits earlier than I expected from this one, but I'm kind of glad because I got words. But really, if it bothers you, I'm sorry. Marvel has been undercutting creators from the start. Unless you're getting a 6 to 7K cover, then God bless. I hope you're getting a piece of that MCU and after sales, because I mean, he calling them out. He's like, he also said between them and DC, they are the only ones that doesn't pay royalties for overseas sales. Think, America is the originator of superhero comics. Japan has manga, which we love. European has that cool ass shit we can't describe. And what the fuck? They're not paying their creators a piece? Come on. Fuck this shit. Also, merch, lunchbox, tees, good luck. I've got a bunch of DMs from people telling me I gotta be careful, don't cross Marvel. They're a major player. The only two in the mainstream. OMG, fuck them. Man, like, I give a flying fuck. Fuck Marvel comic books. Fuck anyone that I'm not in directly work with. I love my Marvel editors because they get your books out on time. The direct staff has no control. They don't jiggle the stupid effing numbers. I'm breaking it into simple ass terms. You're an artist. You draw shit. You want to get paid for your shit now, in the future, and forever. You draw now and in the future, in countries everywhere, including the one you don't live in. Fuck this current Marvel contract. I'm too small. I'm too small in tier and can't negotiate a better one for you. Those in control, those who work pool, please work for the rest of us. DC isn't far from them, because after all, they are a conglomerate of things owned by WB. Doesn't help your argument, but when I ask for things, DC works with me. I've asked Marvel, like, I swear, a $75 page rate in the past 15. The minimum wage in California is doing better than them. Probably in a decade, even that asshole Trump will do better than Marvel given a month. I don't need that shitty Trump change, but I want to see how cheap they are. All these equal maybe royalties that the please, sir, can I maybe have 15 cents after you've made your thousands and things? No response. So what am I trading carefully for again? Oh, I seriously forgot. God. Dustin went in, honestly, but he's right. Like, they literally take y'all ideas. They literally take y'all ideas. They make billion-dollar movies off of it. Turn some of y'all prints into statues, figurines, posters, and you don't get none of that. You don't get none of that, even though in Japan they do. Akira Toriyama, he created Dragon Ball. Anything that's professionally released Dragon Ball or whatever, he gets a cut. He gets a massive cut. This isn't like he just gets some chump change. No, he gets a massive cut. The same thing for Taito Kubo. The same thing for Oda. The same thing for all of them. You know what I'm saying? Even Kazuki Takahashi with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they get a cut. They get massive cuts, and their family constantly get money from it because they've worked hard for it. Yes, they might not have ownership of the anime or whatever, and they can do whatever they want with the story afterwards or something like that. But for the most part, whatever they put in the manga, whatever sales come with after, they still get residuals. They get massive cuts. I remember the creator of Attack on Titans, when he created it, and it got in the Shonen Jump or whatever, and he was talking about how he didn't barely have any money in his account when he started, and then when it finally got serialized in Shonen Jump, and he got a massive check, and I think it was probably like up in the six figures. His bank called him thinking that he had committed fraud because of how much money was in his account. They couldn't believe how much money was deposited, and he had to explain to them, like, hey, I did this manga, it went really well, so here's the money that I got up front or whatever, and more money kept coming in to the point where he said he had to get a bank account. So you want that kind of stuff. And if David Nguyen is drawing these classic Batman characters, and you're using his work or anything that he created, he should get a massive residual cut. You pay the actors, the writers, producers, people who literally just copy and paste stuff that they've done, or their looks, the costume designs, or whatever, and you mean tell me you can't give the creators who created the costumes or drew the picture or whatever, you mean tell me you can't give them more than $500? You know what I'm saying? You can't give them a good figure. You can't put them on where they're eligible for health insurance or something like that. Like, Peter David right now should be constantly getting money from his Incredible Hulk stuff, because Incredible Hulk stuff sells. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that it doesn't. It does. It does. War Hulk gets retooled every year. Gets retooled every year, and it gets re-released every year. Collector edition, hardcover, soft cover, different, individual issues or whatever. So I don't want to hear that he couldn't get anything. And the same thing for the artists who drew, who be drawing these characters. If you put it on a T-shirt and it sells, that's a cut of profit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing because J.K. Rowling, when she did her Harry Potter thing, she gets a massive cut on everything Harry Potter related. Since she created it, even though it's under the ownership of Warner Brothers, she created it, but they work with Universal Studios. She gets a massive cut. The video games, she gets a massive cut from that as well. The books, massive cut from there. Movies, massive cut from there. She gets a cut of everything. And that's what I'm saying. That's what should be happening with these artists and writers who create these stuff that's constantly in use. You get what I'm saying? You can't just not give people money for the work that they do. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, because as a person, I mean, I'm not like a professional artist, semi-retired amateur artist, right? But this whole notion that I don't deserve to get paid, and then people coming up in my DMs wanting work for free but don't want to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Like that is crazy, and that's the mentality that the world kind of has for artists, but wants more art from people. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy how that works. It's crazy how I could be drawing something almost every day. Everybody loves it or whatever and stuff like that, and then get flooded DMs of requests on what I can draw or can I draw them or whatever. But when I say yes for the free stuff, oh my God, you're so amazing, you're awesome or whatever, right? But the moment I said no and talking about money, oh, you're a horrible artist anyway. Don't nobody want to buy your stuff. I shouldn't have to buy your stuff. You know what I mean? What? I'm sorry. Are you drawing? Are you the one drawing? Because I don't remember you drawing. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy how that works. And again, I don't blame Dustin for having this take, because it is crazy. It is crazy as hell. So Dustin's post also attracted tons of comments from several industry creators. Former Marvel editor Heather Anto simply posted 3 clapping emojis, while Zoe Thorgood, co-creator of the character of Spider UK, Zarina Zark for comic books, wrote, "The only time I worked with Marvel was the character design. They paid me $100, laughed my ass off, but I thought it would be cool just to have it done, so I agreed." Alleged the the publisher then used Thorgood's concept art as a cover without acknowledgement and without compensation. Emmy-winning creator Bobby Chul also backed Nguyen, dropping the truth bomb. He wrote, "Comic book artists have been one of the most challenging jobs in the industry. Many times they are the environmental designers, character designers, storyboarders, directors, and everything." He also added that no one should be afraid of crossing any corporation. That's capitalism, economic fear, tactic bullshit. That's how they continue to lowball comic book artists forever. Yeah, and that's true, and that's why we haven't been getting anything creative, because stuff like this is weird. Like you're hoping that people work for DC and Marvel, but then you lowball them with the artwork. The artwork looks terrible. The writing is terrible. Why would somebody give you any good ideas for the story when the company automatically has rights to it or owns it? No, that's not how that works. You know what I mean? Like you can get co-own credit, but as far as like, no, these are my characters. I created them. I designed them. And I should be paid for it. Again, go back to the artists for in Japan, the creators like J.K. Rowling or whatever. Like they get a cut. They get a cut of this stuff, and massive cuts of residuals. And people should, if anybody, that's just like if my artwork if somebody took my artwork and it's being sold at conventions or whatever, whether it's a fan art or whatever, it's still my drawing. And you making money off of it and I don't get no cut of that? No, that's some bullshit. I should get a cut of that. I should get a massive cut because it's my work. I the one who put the time and effort into it. I the one who sat down and designed and drew the stuff. Nobody else. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's fan art, whether it's concept art, whether it's original characters or whatever, an artist should get paid for the work they do, especially if the art is being resold for people to, you know what I'm saying, to use professionally. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's saying that it's got to be it's got to be tens of thousands of dollars, but if an artist is asking for like $250 a page, give them $250 a page, especially if they've been working with you for 15 years. So you telling me you can't give them $250 a page? Do you not understand how page works? Some of these artists are traditional. A lot of them are not digital. And then some of them are painters as well. A lot of artists draws out their work and then paint over it. You get what I mean? So it's just crazy to kind of see all of this. But hey, I mean, again, I can't blame Dustin for going off because he's right. This is ridiculous. This is definitely ridiculous. And if we really look, let's look at the whole Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko is, if you guys aren't aware, they were exploited freelancers. Sadly, nothing new for Marvel and the licensed comic book industry, but we shouldn't be apathetic to it. This story also provides why artists you're fond of may not work in the House of Deals recently. Like, think about it. Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby, were destituted towards the end of their lives when it came to like their work. And they did a lot of that work and died pennilessly. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy how all of this works. You get what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. It's sad that we're getting to this place where y'all don't want to pay people for their work. But you want them to do more work, give you more for less money. Especially in an economy that is increasing prices. You know what I'm saying? The cost of living has went up. So if the cost of living went up, then my page rate needs to go up. My paycheck needs to go up so I can match the economy. That's all people are saying, But hey, it is what it is. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with Dustin? Do you think he's doing too much? What are your thoughts on the whole Marvel is the cheapest out of all of them? We're talking about all of them. Dark Horse, IDW, DC, Vertigo, all of it. Like, that's crazy. But hey, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.